secret did this place hold?
The game changes every playthrough. I think that's the appeal of the game. The attraction is the fact that it does kind of change.
Now the monitors jump to life.
I mean, it's all pre-programmed, but still it appears to be dynamic.
Employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
That's why you have hours. Oh, okay, okay.
In this place where freedom.
Well, you'll have to let me in on some of your secrets you've found. I've just done kind of the obvious ones.
It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Probably.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Uh-oh, I broke it. I done it. I done gone and done it. I broke it.
Blackness. And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
The end. Or is it?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
That is a very interesting ending. I never would have thought of that one. All right. The one thing I haven't tried yet was to actually follow the narrator's advice.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself.
This is
What
different.
I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's see what happens if I actually follow instructions.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
All right. Now,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I've gone down before, but I might have missed something. Yeah, I went back here, I couldn't find nothing, went in here.
But
This one
Stanley
went
just
around in a
couldn't
loop
do
and a
it.
loop and a loop and a
He
loop.
considered the possibility of facing his boss,
Yeah.
admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
Yeah.
because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet?
Yeah,
when he
so
looked
this is
down?
called
Why
the
did doors close
eternal
automatically
loop
behind
ending.
him wherever
Yeah,
he
I
went?
actually
And for
just
that matter,
went
these
ahead
rooms
and
were starting
walked
to
in
look
a
pretty
circle the
familiar.
whole
I
time he
simply
did
repeated.
his
No, Stanley said to himself,
flying
this is
and
all
look at the
too strange. This
stars.
can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
So that's called the eternal loop. All right, let's see what happens.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The door on the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Up to the
Coming to a
boss's
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss's office. All right, follow the instructions. Follow the instructions. I've never followed the instructions.
Here's the door, just go.
Here's the door, just go. Well, doggone it. I'm wondering what would happen This is weird. Okay. Just go. Is there a different decision? Different path? I may have found them all. I'm not sure. Loading, loading, loading. It's kind of hard to tell if there's other ways you can go if you can't see
Stanley
where you're
walked straight
going.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Is there a way of escaping this path? Because we got crushed once. Is there another way out of this?
All Though this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut.
Not that you
Stanley
know.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Alright. There's got to be a way out of here once we get in, right? Still haven't gotten all the endings? Really? I thought there was a way out.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Wasn't there a female talking
Perhaps
last
his death
time?
was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay, it dropped me. Okay, it looks like there's only one way to go.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know how many endings there are. Big dark room here. Okay, yeah, there's...
When every path
Yeah.
you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley
This is almost
was
like this is
already
an
dead
afterthought.
from the moment he hit start?
Gone to the warehouse. War zone. Was here before? Early development, we designed anywhere Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens, which was not our intention. I thought that would have been hilarious. Ron. I'm pretty sure I've gone to the warehouse.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Tracks. Then they put gates up. Alright, I don't see anything else in here other than just a switch. It's not a choice, it's just an on or an off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No.
Jump
perhaps
to your
not.
death? Yeah, I've already jumped to the
Sometimes
death.
these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and
How do I
press
stop the
quit.
program?
There's no other way
Oh,
to
press
beat this
escape or
game.
quit. There's
As
no
long as
other
you
way.
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Haha. Look at that.
Stanley came to a set
Look at that.
of two open doors.
It was a
He entered
perfectly
the door
straight
on his
hallway.
left.
I didn't have to zigzag. That was totally different. To the best of my knowledge, I've done all the
This was
different
not the correct way
endings.
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah. I
Look,
jumped to
Stanley,
my
I
death
think perhaps
here.
we've gotten off on the
I've
wrong
gone down
foot.
there. I
I'm
went
not
all the way
joking,
across to
really,
there.
no. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
I want to go back
all
straight
this
across
time.
to see if something's
There's someone
changed.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
The telephone. I gotta find the telephone.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Yep. Here it is.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another.
All right. 427.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Can't move.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about
You're down. Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Have I jumped out the window? No, this is the first time I've been
but
here.
You're in my story now.
Oh, you're in my story now. What? Ooh, the narrator turning evil.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning. Press U on the keyboard. What? Mean. Oh, okay. Press U on the keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press J. I don't want to press. I can't go anywhere. Fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him.
What is this,
except
real life
he's
simulator?
chosen his life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder